welcome to this week's edition of the Riverhawk Review. I'm your host, Ben Barker. Well, the month of January was a very dominating one for UMass Lowell Athletics. The hockey team and both hoops teams combined for an overall 22-3-1 record in the month. Needless to say, nobody was too excited to see February roll around. The hockey team opened the month with a heartbreaking loss at the hands of conference rival Merrimack as they dropped the game 1-0. They looked to turn things around on Sunday with a trip to Maine. It was a back-and-forth game, but in the end it was UMaine that came away with the overtime victory. Joey Diamond scored the game winner for the Black Bears. UMass Lowell goals came from Michael Fallon, Riley Wetmore, and Ryan McGrath. After the game, Coach Bazin talked about the loss.
It was a well-played hockey game. I think both teams had their chances. We felt we had enough chances to win. We didn't close the hockey game, in terms of we had 2 leads, and they couldn't score the next one to make it a 2-goal lead. But credit to them. It was a well-played hockey game. We had our chances in overtime to finish it, and we did.
Saturday, the men's and women's hoops teams traveled to New Haven. The men had won 3 in a row and were looking to make it 4 straight. UMass Lowell built up an 8-point lead in the second half. Here's Chad Hawley finding a cutting Antonio Bivens on the baseline. He would finish and draw the foul. Later on, Akeem Williams feeling it from deep. Williams had 22 points on the game. However, New Haven would come storming back, scoring 43 points in the second half, including this 3-pointer here, en route to the 73-66 victory. So the men were not able to hold off the late surge by the Chargers, but the women did have a chance to extend their streak to double digits. The women's basketball team had won 9 in a row and got a rare late start after the men's game on Saturday. UMass Lowell trailing late in this one, but look at Bianca Simmons with the steal and the finish, bringing UMass Lowell back. The Riverhawks actually took a 2-point lead with under 15 seconds to play, but New Haven responds with the deep 3, taking a 1-point lead under 10 ticks left. And UMass Lowell, of course, puts the ball in the hands of Bianca Simmons. She's going to drive and get a good look, but oh, it rims out, and UMass Lowell gets edged by the Chargers, 72-71. So the women came up short, but yet another phenomenal performance for Bianca Simmons. Simmons is leading the NCAA in points per game with 28.1 points. She had 30 in the loss and once again won the NE10 Player of the Week honors. The hoops teams are back in action on Wednesday when they travel to St. Michael's. Well, it wasn't all bad news this weekend. The track and field squad was in action at the Mackle Fieldhouse in Rhode Island. Sunday, junior Kevin Peter placed 2nd overall in the weight throw with a distance of 56 feet, 10.5 inches. Peter finished behind only URI's Thaddeus Kasayak, who threw 58 feet and 11.25 inches. Senior Craig Bennett also had a successful Sunday, finishing in 2nd place in the 200-meter dash with a time of 22.52 seconds. UMass Lowell placed 5th overall in the team standings. That's all the time we have for this week's edition of the Riverhawk Review. I'm your host, Ben Barker. We'll be back next week with more sports news from the world of UMass Lowell. Until then, get rowdy and go Riverhawks.